Hey, this is your girl Desiree, and welcome back to the Players Club. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks. Jemeker Thompson rose to the top of the cocaine trade during the peak of the 1980s crack epidemic in the United States. She was based in South Central Los Angeles and had cocaine distributors in multiple U.S. cities working for her. When Thompson was 8 years old, she and her mother were evicted from their apartment in South Los Angeles, formerly known as South Central Los Angeles, and their belongings were strewn outside. In the Netflix documentary episode about her life as a drug dealer, Thompson states that, "I knew then that I wanted money and that I wanted to control everything." She ran track in high school and was the girlfriend of Anthony Daff Mosley. He was dealing marijuana, and Thompson began collecting payments for him. Thompson began selling between 3 and 4 kilos of cocaine a week while still in high school. She and Daff married in 1980 and began selling crack cocaine. Thompson's drug dealing business boomed. She and her husband bought a home in Encino, California, and in 1982 had a son. When Daff was murdered, Drug Enforcement Administration agents who had been watching Thompson thought she would stop drug dealing. In 1984, she began to grow her business again by recruiting distributors around the U.S. and for some time began getting the cocaine directly from producers in Colombia. At age 26, she opened a hair distribution business of wigs and hair extensions, which Thompson said was a legitimate business, but authorities said was used for laundering drug profits. When Percy Cheese Bratton, her business partner, was arrested with kilos of cocaine in his car, he made a deal with investigators, providing the evidence needed to indict Thompson. Thompson tried to avoid capture, but at the age of 31 was arrested at her son's 6th grade graduation ceremony. Thompson was charged with conspiracy to distribute cocaine and 5 counts of money laundering. Thompson was indicted, convicted, and completed 12 years of her 15-year prison sentence. During her time in prison, Thompson converted to Christianity and after her release, began a Christian ministry called Second Chance Evangelical Ministries. Her son became a professional skateboarder. Thompson Hairston is married to Champ Hairston. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks. Thelma Wright met her husband, Jackie Wright, a major player in the Philadelphia drug game when she was in her early 20s. When her husband was murdered, Wright was faced with a choice: start life over on the straight and narrow or take over the family business. With a taste of success and the lure of easy money, Wright began transporting cocaine and heroin between Los Angeles and Philadelphia. But life in the game was not what she bargained for. Wright her life of crime behind for good in 1991. Raised by loving parents in a Catholic household in South Philadelphia, Thelma attended St. Maria Goretti High School before enrolling at Temple University, where she studied real estate management. According to her later published memoir, she then relocated to Los Angeles, California, where she began initiating various business ventures, including founding a clothing design company entitled Jackiem Enterprises, Inc. in the late 1980s. After spending several years in L.A., a homesick Wright returned to her native Philly. In 1977, when she was in her early 20s, Thelma Wright met her future husband, Jackie Wright, a major player in the Philadelphia drug game and one of the top heroin wholesalers in the city, who had connections to the Black Mafia, a ruthless Philly street gang known for killing police officers. The couple had a child, a son they named Jackiem, in 1982. Tragedy struck in August 1986, when Jackie was murdered. His body had been found with a fatal gunshot wound to the head, rolled up in a rug. "He took care of us, loved his son. If he was around, nothing could happen," Thelma later said of her husband, adding, "People are assuming Jackie left me all this money. Nope, I got this child. I can't lay down and die, so we just resumed business as normal. Made a lot of money. A lot of money." In the early 1990s, Philadelphia was a mecca of drug distribution, primarily heroin and cocaine. With a taste of success and the lure of easy money, Wright quickly took over her husband's trade. She ran a large organization that operated from Philadelphia but had tentacles throughout the United States, overseeing the transportation of large quantities of cocaine and heroin between Los Angeles and Philadelphia. Along the way, she earned such monikers as Boss Lady and Queen Pen. It was about survival. It was about, getting to another level, Wright later said. It didn't take long for Wright to start seeing incredible profits from her work. I made a lot of money. A lot of money, she said. I can tell you I made a lot of money. In The Godfather when they say, a lot of money in that white powder. It was a lot of money in that. The numbers are congruent with Wright's sentiments. She was making an estimated $400,000 in profit on a monthly basis. But life in the game was not exactly what Wright had bargained for. By the end of 1991, Wright had decided to leave the drug game behind for good. For years, she stayed quiet out of the public eye and kept quiet about her past. In 2009, she went to work for a nonprofit organization managing properties for women dealing with addiction and mental health issues. Wright decided to finally come clean in 2011 by publishing a memoir, With Eyes from Both Sides, Living My Life in and Out of the Game. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks.